Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
I might be coughing. I was asking Cheryl if I should wear a mask, and she said no. You're okay. She had some cold last week.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks? It's already 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. I would
It only
like.
lasted for a short period of time.
I would
This
like.
Black Friday,
Oops.
$9
Who is telling me to turn off my?
I had it turned off.
I want to share with you, my friends, sad news. Janet Burke, she had a really bad accident.
She's the one, Tom and Janet Berg,
who are always paying for the
complimentary
reading. And even that, she still gave us another pile of readings to donate.
Are you going to show her picture at all?
Oh, yes. That's Janet and Tom. That's all the picture, because I had that picture for quite a few years ago. They sent me the donation of Apple iPad. So thank you again, Janet. And I would like to start from the prayers. She had accident on November 5th at 5 o'clock. She was plugging in a little decoration light when her shoe caught under the rocking chair, and she went down backward. And I showed the picture to Cheryl. Huge staples.
It's quite long. The cut is quite long.
She went down backward, bounced, and back of her head hit a corner, like the corners when they go.
The 90-degree
corner where two walls coming together to a point. Instantly, the blood flowed. The ambulance took her to emergency.
She has 9 staples.
After CT head scan, which was clear from blood inside, that's a good thing.
In the brain, there was no blood in the brain.
The doctor put 9 staples.
Mm-hmm.
It was very uncomfortable to put a bloody outfit on her. Her husband was not able to drive because he don't see well in the darkness. I don't like to drive in the darkness. I don't see well. Maybe he should take more vitamin, I think, A. They call this
Keratin.
Keratin, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's from carrots.
Her legs are a week before she had accident in the bathtub, taking showers, and she fell down as well. So her legs are too weak. She's looking into someone to help her with showers. She is ready to go for physiotherapy. Tom insisted her to take it, and she was not thinking too much about this. Now she is ready. And her husband is worried about her. When people are celebrating, and it was their anniversary,
52nd on Monday.
On Monday. So happy anniversary, Janet and Tom.
And she read over all the comments and the thank yous that people were grateful that their name was entered in the Saturday for a reading.
Yeah.
Or have had a reading, and she was reading those, and so they gifted another 19 readings.
Yeah, they paid for like 20, but YouTube took, PayPal is taking some money. So thank you so much, Janet and Tom Burke. Thank you. Your kindness is unbelievable.
It is.
And at the end, I have a few more people asking for prayers. And we will start with your questions.
Well, first of all, welcome, Sonia J., Margie, Trujillo, I think it is. I'm not sure. Group 66. I know you can only stay for about 15 minutes. BP. Cindy Faust, Alexis.
Thank you.
Lori,
everyone.
Sue, Craig, Clement. We have it. Judy Olette. We have some real ones in our community who are absolutely dedicated to this community. And the conversations among you are just amazing. You're so supportive of one another.
Beverly wrote me that she is flying right now to Houston, and she will be back because her girlfriend is having operations. So at 1:00 she will be flying back, but at 7 she flew to Houston, and she said, "I'm not going to watch you."
Later. We even have one from Edmonton, not far from us. Patty Thompson.
I have so many people coming.
Justice Warrior.
Yeah.
Sweet and Salty 1111. Anyways, let's get on with our first question. Patty Thompson is asking, will the U.S. become physically involved in the Israel-Gaza war, meaning our soldiers physically fighting? She always puts the cards down, face down. She can't see them. And then she draws her 3 cards. And also she gets a vision. And it relates to some part of her past and a story that's for you to interpret.
And sometimes it's not easy to understand.
No, but it does work. Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you, Martha. Thank you.
Martha.
Yes. Thank you so much.
1, 2, 3.
They will try not to step on it. They will keep the door open, but not going there. So Biden knows that will be decision very bad for his next presidency. And it is politicians are thinking about the next step, how well it will be taken. So I don't think he will go for mobilization and attack to go to Palestine.
Yeah, I thought he said that he was going to stay out of the war. Like
but
manpower.
You know, in Syria already they are there.
Mm-hmm.
So it is affecting the other countries. Yeah, that will be a stupid decision. And he will be just partly participating by sending money, but not soldiers, too much dirty energy. So he doesn't want to go for that. People will be judging him on Netanyahu decisions.
Yeah, I'm hoping Netanyahu won't be in there for a long, long time.
He's not popular there.
No, and he was on the way out before this happened, and then he gained strength. Did he have a separate agenda, a hidden agenda that he wanted to go in and take over? Is there more than just retaliating for the shots fired? 1 bombs. 1, 2, 3.
He just wants to push those Palestinians away.
So there is another agenda.
Thank you, PJ Dash.
PJ Dashhound. That's the one from what, Edmonton?
No, I don't think. Maybe. Thank you so much. It's
so glad to see you from Edmonton.
Oh, thank you. And I think, I saw him moving people. He thought that they will be already moved out from the country. Mm-hmm. But they don't have anywhere to go, and the other country are not letting them in.
Egypt's letting in a few people. They have a house, but not many.
I'm sorry, I'm coughing like crazy. And it's not working the way he thought it will. He thought that he will get rid of the Palestinians. And he's destroying, they don't have any houses to go back to. So that's his agenda. He wants to.
Nobody thinks of people as humans. I mean,
no, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. So he is going. That's his agenda because he wants to go to the history of extending Israel, and he is excited. Actually, what's going on? The law will eventually reach towards him and the families of all those people who will suffer. So he's not taking even in consideration the fact that he might be bombing the area where the people are hiding, those hostages are under the ground. So he's it's his ego.
Yeah. Which reminds me of Trump and all his stuff coming out. Man, he is getting really, really vocal and bad.
That's good, because then maybe more people will start thinking, what is he coming to the table?
Now the question,
of course,
is how Trump is acting about the civil arrests and really stomping down on anybody who opposed him at any time in media. Is that turning people against him? 1, 2, 3.
Some of his followers, they love that.
Well, yeah, they would.
They will go for that because they love him. The silly one, the stupid ones. Others will start thinking, well,
there was and thank you, Group 66.
Oh, thank you so much.
There were some that were saying that they're registered as Republican, but they are not voting Republican. They're voting Democrat, and they're going to go as an independent, but they're not changing it on their election thing or whatever. I mean, we don't have to register what party we're supporting.
No one asking us what religion, what party. We can actually donate money to the schools, different schools, like Catholic schools or...
Well, that's your taxes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But other than that, I mean, so they would know on the roll, that's the city taxes, who you're donating, who your taxes are going to for that portion. But we don't know. I don't know what party our mayor is from. I don't know our council members. We don't have that, and we don't have to declare that either.
So that's much easier to operate with people. We don't have that hate between each other.
Yeah, and for a while, I donated. I bought a membership because the memberships are only $5. I bought the membership for the 3 main parties.
For each one?
Because I wanted to know what they were sending out to the people. So that I was knowledgeable, because lots of times we don't see that hidden agenda. It only goes out to who we're supporting in the party.
So that way,
and I only did it 1 year,
and
I still get stuff.
You were spying on them.
Still get stuff. Yeah. Now the Group 66 has question. Please, the Russian shadow fleet sails around European ports to avoid being checked. Denmark property gets the task to stop the ships because they are sailing in our waters. Can you see any? Can you see any Russian ships?
I think we talk about this on our private meeting when I had a meeting with your reading Group 66. That one was donated by me.
1, 2, 3.
Telescope, symbol of spying for me. So they are spying everywhere.
Yeah.
They have spies everywhere. They know more than we can even imagine that they know. Surprises. Observing the families, all the people, gatherings. And they want to cause stress, cause some fights, to cause disarray.
So when we talked about Janet and Tom Berg donating for, because comments are in here, for the complimentary readings, those take place when Violetta posts her Saturday video. She records it Friday night and posts it Saturday morning. When you comment on that video, your name is automatically in the draw just because you have commented. And it's from there that the Monday draw will take place of who receives one.
Monday
for the live,
on live stream.
Now, a right-wing think tank, Heritage Foundation, has a project 2025 and is building a MAGA army for the future Trump administration, tasked with dismantling, this is from MSNBC, with dismantling the administrative state from day one. And Trump has already said that he's doing that. Reported budget over 20 million. Do you see this going forward? Like, they're already recruiting.
The best people in the world.
Yes.
The best
Only hires
lawyers, the best.
And he's so against the military and funding the military and supporting people who are in the military, yet he wants the military to come in on day one and declare martial law, or to police everybody and round everybody up. 1, 2, 3.
I think the military will do this. I'm putting the cards. Get rid of him. So they will get rid of him. They will not let him to.
They won't allow him to do that if he gets into power.
Because it's dirty game, shaky tower for military, and everything will be in the face of everyone in white day. So they will not let themselves to be involved. It's those two cards, how often they are from big arcana, devil and shaky tower. And then everything will be for positive outcome because they will not let him to have that much power.
So hopefully he doesn't even get in.
Hopefully he doesn't.
Please vote.
Yeah, we can't do that.
Yeah, but we are so affected by what happens in the U.S. I mean, we share that great big long border, and that's not what we need as a dictator hitting
from our south border.
From the south, plus also Alaska. We share that border too. Tucker Carlson was recently in Calgary with our premier discussing the thing. Yeah,
in our state province.
But he was also. I was watching a program where he was at a Trump family event and he was walking with Trump Jr. Is Trump planning to give Carlson a prominent position in government? 1, 2, 3.
He's afraid of him.
Good.
I thought, it's crossed my mind, vice president, and I thought, well, he will kick you out.
Yeah, you had said that before, that
he will never let him to stay for too long. Carlson will take over. So now Trump will maybe the same position as Bannon had before. And Bannon was kicked out as well because Trump don't need any competition for someone who is more famous than him, more able to connect with people. That's annoying to him. Scaramucci was for a few days, 5 days.
He was very short-lived.
I said 2 ballerinas in the theater is 1 too many. Yeah, no, they will break up the broken relationship. Trump loves himself only, and he wants to have the power for himself.
Now, it's interesting that he doesn't get somebody in there who could carry on his legacy and pardon him. But he can't be pardoned out of the federal ones or the state ones.
But the state one from Georgia will be after elections. So
they're expecting it to go into 2025.
And if he will be a president, I'm not saying that he will, then he is above the law for the 4 years at least. And then he would like to his son to run the circus.
Now, Lori Sue, Craig and Klamath, has mentioned something here which I really, really, truly agree with, because I know Violetta personally. That significant gift from the two, Janet and Tom Burke, speaks volumes as to the accuracy and credibility regarding Violetta's readings.
Thank you so much.
And a profound compliment as well. And that is
a compliment for me.
It is.
They believe in me, and especially Janet, because I never spoke with Tom. And I wish all the best to them both, because they are.
Well, Tom's under a lot of stress too.
Oh, he had cancer before, so bladder cancer, so he survived that.
Yeah, but now he's stressed about her health.
Ah, my gosh, he is more stressed about her than she's stressed out about herself, because he is worried about her.
Yeah, as you should be. Lily Rose is
Well, I
asking.
hope that he will get out of that stress, and both of them will be, fine.
Lily Rose is making a comment. I was wondering if, with the protest at the White House and our leaders, senators, acting like children, will the protesters cause a ruckus?
Ruckus, what is ruckus?
um,
It's like kids with
disarray. Yeah,
disarray.
yeah. They're acting out.
Gosh, it's always the Republican Party. When they were in the White House, scandal after scandal, scandal after scandal. Biden, no scandals. Boring.
Obama was the same.
The same. No drama, Obama. And how many bad people Trump could put under one roof?
Mm-hmm.
And the same is now in Congress and Senate. There's Kevin McCarthy was going and he kicked
Kevin McCarthy, yeah, he got somebody, and now he's up in the ethics committee.
Matt
Gaetz.
Gaetz put him in the ethics committee, and Kevin is getting after him for illegal transport of young girls. So they are getting even with each other. Oh gosh, it's soap opera. It's more interesting than any soap opera because it's a real one.
Yep. So is it going to continue, or are they going to settle down and actually do what they're supposed to be doing?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
No, they have all itchy bums. They can't sit. They can't. I'm sorry. They will be looking from different point of view. That's their rejuvenation, surprises, and it will cause so much drama to the point that it can be really dramatic and even harmful for people. It can cause, someone being really hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Really, honestly, someone might be assassinated because of that. Or Pelosi's husband, good that he survived, but that guy thought that he killed him.
Yeah, and Trump is really happy about that.
And he is still pushing that button. Yeah. Like he is.
Everything is about ego and power, and he is such a bully. You talked about what professions will be really, really good in the future. There's going to be so many kids who are going to need psychologists and psychiatrists.
And lawyers.
Because they're going to be acting out like Trump, and it's not going to be accepted.
But they think that's good sample for them.
Yeah.
To be bully, it's good to be bully because you can be loved by my father. Like, if they have someone who is a QAnon or whatever, or Trump follower.
Now, Sweet and Salty 1111, you're asking about Bill Clinton's health and Jimmy Carter. That was answered in the last video, I think it was.
Well, Jimmy Carter, we know that he is.
You saw him in a car without the roof on it, a convertible.
Yeah, and he's
99.
And he came home because he was in a hospicium, so he is good that he is around.
BP is asking, what is the overall energy for 2024 around the world? More conflict, or will peace prevail?
Okay. I have to share with you something I don't want to, but my mom, when there was a Christmas, she was in a panic mood all the time. Cleaning just before Christmas time. And, oh gosh, panic. Washing the doors, do this, do that, polish the furniture. It was always ordered to us to do it, but it was always her being in a panic mood. I thought that you have to clean only before Christmas or before Easter. She never was paying attention, but then when there is a time that the company is coming, so I'm laughing at her, but I'm some ways the same. So it is that there will be more panic. There will be, they will try to fix something, but there will be always panic.
It'll last for a while.
And it will be not normal because, some normal people will be cleaning every day and they don't have that stress. But it will be not clean up. And right now we don't hear anything about Ukraine. And that's not normal.
No.
They should inform us about how it's going over there. Nothing.
And someone had asked, Elizabeth Carrier, 5478, what do you see for President Zelensky for November, December?
Yeah.
One, two, three.
He will be worried about his own safety. So he will be like, he has a problem with trusting people now. Because there was some...
Well, you even said there was a second woman
Yeah.
who was spying.
So he will be worried, and he needs a lot of protection from sorry, from above. So I see a Shiva hand above him. So Shiva hand is for protection in India. So he needs that. He is feeling that he is vulnerable. But he will be in connection, better connection maybe with USA, and there will be a reason to celebrate, and he will start feeling more secure financially. Maybe eventually they will send those money to Ukraine. They didn't actually do anything about that Senate, because they didn't charge, the people will be at least working and being paid.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't make any decisions. They didn't. So it's like putting everything in grave and then they have to exhumate. It's not logical. Good that we don't have that in Canada. What do you mean? We do?
Well, we always have everything filters everywhere over the world.
Yeah, but not that they will close, the government and so on. We
don't have that.
No, that's stupid drama for people.
Philip Crilly is asking, will Judge Eileen Cannon see that she needs to recuse herself, or would Jack Smith finally make the request to have her recused? One, two, three.
I don't want to see anything. No, she doesn't want to see anything. Now she was kind of playing that she might do some...
Oh, the May 24th. She wants to keep that open so no other court cases start, and then she'll take it away.
That's what she is planning to do. She wants her security with Trump, and she will take chances. Jack Smith eventually will be upset. Because on the 24th, she will say, I want to postpone.
That's about the Mar-a-Lago documents.
Yeah.
And she's protecting Trump.
And he will say, you don't want to do it? Someone else might do it.
Reinhardt was asking,
I hope I'm right.
Do most Americans see what is happening with the Republicans, with Putin and Israel, Palestinians, and how it is all intertwined?
Sorry, I was reading the comments.
Do most Americans see what's happening with the Republicans, with Putin and Israel and Palestinians, and how it's all intertwined? Well, Putin paid for the training of the
Palestinians. Hamas, yeah.
Yeah.
So
that was through the Wagner Group.
But that's not a question.
So do the American people see it? With the Republicans, do the Republicans see it?
3 cards. 1,
2, 3.
As far as everyone knows, Republicans don't have too many educated people. They have usually less educated.
But it's because a lot of them just only watch Fox, and Fox is an entertainment.
Mhm.
It's an opinion channel. It is not a fact channel.
But not only this, they were doing some, those not tests, but they were comparing who is. And my husband said, "What is with the Republican?" I said, "Well, and people without the high school degree and with high school degree, they are usually not going against Trump. They are the Trump supporters. So that's the problem with them."
Well, hopefully there's enough who have an education who are.
They will be
coming to terms with.
balancing. They think that they have the rights to speak up, and they are trusting Trump and Fox News, that they don't know how to even think about other things. I'm sorry.
I keep on wondering how many registered Republican voters where the husband is really quite dominant in the family for, whatever reason. How many of their wives
has a shorter legs and she can stand closer to the sink.
Yes. Barefoot and pregnant too.
And
but how many of those who are registered women who are registered as Republicans, that they will vote in secret for the Democrats, particularly because of Roe versus Wade, and how
that's
minority populations, like, is there a group that's simmering? Yeah,
behind the back of the husband.
So the Republican women stand up and vote for democracy. 1, 2, 3, where people can be cared for. They're not?
Yeah, but they have to check if he is not watching them. It is that when they feel secure, they will go for security. And even in their religion, it's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But they will go for what is wrong, because it's not up to me. I don't have any desire to be pro-abortions. I didn't need it. I was lucky to think that I will survive without, but I was taking tablets. But not everyone can take tablets.
Yeah, but I was given, in order to have ultrasound on my second child, because I lost my second child, so on my third child, I was giving ultrasound and amniocentesis to make sure that she was going to be okay, and she ended up being okay. But in order to pay for the ultrasound, in order for the plan to pay for the ultrasound, I had to sign, and it was my signature, not my husband's, had to sign that I would consider an abortion if the same problem was going to come up that took the life of my second child, that I would consider it.
And I was pregnant with my youngest one. I was 36.
Mm-hmm.
And my doctor asked me, "Do you want to do the abortion? It's very unhealthy for you to carry the baby because of your bleeding disorder." And I said, "No."
These are all personal decisions.
And I said, but he said, in your age, a lot of kids might be born with autism and so on. I said, if it's meant for me, I will carry that.
But would you have wanted the government to interfere, and members of parliament and MLAs?
No, but when I said I want my tube to be tied,
yeah,
my doctor said, but you need to have your husband's permission. And I thought, what?
For that?
Because you are married, you have to. But abortion, I could do it without him if I wanted to. I didn't. So I'm lucky I have Roman. But after that, I said, I want to tie up my tube so I don't get pregnant anymore.
I still think it's a very...
But they said, you have to ask your husband for that.
Wow.
And I thought, what? That was actually something that I was disagreeing. Of course, I took his, he went and we signed it both, that I want that. But I thought, what a stupid
Nobody
waste.
should have a right for even family planning or anything, or the health care for somebody who's...
But on one hand, he's saying that I shouldn't have any kids.
Yeah, kind of double
And
standard
then
back
I
then.
had to wait 5 more years to have another one because I couldn't have more, with the bleeding disorder, they told me you have to wait 5 years between pregnancies. So it ended up 6 years between my first one and second. But it's so... Some rules are so ridiculous.
Yeah, but it's still a personal decision.
It is.
Sonia J is asking, can you tell me how do all the former presidents in the U.S. that are alive feel about Donald Trump? One, two, three.
If he would die now, none of them will show up for the funeral.
So that's the answer.
That's the answer. They are working on the eggshells around him. They will turn off the back as soon as, and they want their own security, not his. They wouldn't,
Good vision.
I saw that, but it was empty cathedral without any of them, and that would be good. But he would be gone, so he wouldn't knew it. They should write to him, I'm not coming to your funeral, in advance.
Martha S. is asking, is there human life beyond Earth? If so, what is the life there like for those individuals? One, two, three.
I believe there is. I believe my mom is already on one of some...
But as a human being?
As a human being, yes. Working in some laboratory and...
But she doesn't have to be a human form. We think of it as human form, but it's like the spirits who fly behind you.
Thank you.
They're just in a different
I
form.
hope he's a good-looking guy. Just kidding. And no, I believe there is enough room for many places to have normal human lives.
I don't think of it as human.
Yeah, but I still feel...
Because we think of it as human, that we're the only ones like this.
And, it can be monkeys.
It could be anything that's a higher vibration
UFO,
of a spirit, of a soul.
UFOs and so on. So, it is something. Yes, there are families over there. When they leave the earth, they go automatically to that different places maybe, and they experience only laughter, not the drama that we are going through on earth.
Well.
And they are computer smart. I need to go there.
You need to go there. What is happening with Stephen Miller these days? We don't hear anything about him. But he has to be planning something for this next takeover.
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
He's writing speeches for Trump.
Yeah, that's what he did before.
I bet he is still working, crying over some broken relationships. I don't know how bad his marriage is right now, and he is having fun. So, yeah, he is still working and writing speeches, and he is pro-Hitler, so the comment that other about... I'm surprised that they are not going after his back.
Mm-hmm.
Behind, a little lower at the back, on the back.
Lily Rose had asked, will America ever adopt universal health care for all? That was already discussed on I think, the last video.
Eventually it will, but it will take. And apparently in USA there is no insulin.
Yeah, they're short of insulin, I thought.
Yeah, it was so expensive before, and Americans were coming to Canada to buy, and now they have shortages. My husband was worried yesterday. He said, he came and he said, what? They are saying that they don't have insulin. And he's on insulin for many years.
Mm-hmm. And it's also very kind when
PJ is saying that there's
Stephen Miller
is
is going down. I can feel it. We
Yes.
hope so. He was never held accountable for all of his stuff.
He is going.
Is he on Jack Smith's radar to take him down?
Oh.
To indict him for something?
Good.
1, 2, 3.
He is just talking to himself. In Polish, we have saying "kontempluje," which means exactly it's spitting on the side.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I will ask my husband, "What are you doing?" I'm kontempluje, and I will say, "Don't spit because there is too much spitting around." So Steve Bannon is debating next steps.
Mm-hmm.
He is more visualist and
Visionary, yeah.
visionary
But does he knows that.
And he's a propaganda master. He is very good. So he is thinking.
But he's already been indicted. He's already been charged, and he's waiting for his sentencing. Steve Bannon.
I'm not talking Bannon. I'm talking. I thought that you asked me, Steve.
This is Stephen.
Stephen
Miller.
Miller. Yeah, okay. I talk about him right now. That he was in court with Hitler as propaganda master.
Wow.
Yeah, he is still in connection with Trump. He has very good intuition, so he knows how to make a propaganda, what will work, what wouldn't. And he is sad about someone that he lost. So someone abandoned him.
What about his wife? I mean, he got married.
I know, that's what I was saying. I don't know how his marriage is. Usually those good guys from Trump arena don't last. Even his Kellyanne Conway, the marriage didn't survive.
Yeah, I watched another interview for husband George. Yeah. It was really good.
You sent me, I was watching in the night, yes.
Karen Bickett.
And it looks like Kellyanne Conway husband is single right now.
Yeah.
There is no
He's lost weight and he's looking good with his hair and he's very happy.
But I look at his apartment.
Yeah.
He's living in an apartment and there are bags behind him. So I thought, there is no woman.
No, not yet.
Not in your arena. And after Kellyanne, and he was dating Angel from the what's her from Fox News. That yeah, he was with
still, but he's not
before he was married to ladies.
You've already answered this question. Will Florida turn purple? You already said it turns
some
blue. Yeah.
And because people are so upset with DeSantis is not popular. Well, he's the second. He's better than Nikki Haley. I'm surprised.
Now, Rick and Sandy Wilhout, the question is, like, you can answer this one. What if a man wants a baby and a woman doesn't? Men have a right to a child.
Yes, and that's true. You know, it is.
One, 2, 3.
Yeah, they will have to discuss this, or he will have to divorce and find a new wife.
Yeah, he should be with somebody who's not going to be forced to have a child.
Yeah, they have to pre-marriage agreement right before they got married. Intuitively, you know which woman is good for carrying, to have babies. Yeah, and be more active in the bedroom so she doesn't remember the day that she had. I'm sorry. I know I'm naughty, but I feel better.
Saglion, however that is pronounced, or Saglion. Hello, beautiful ladies. You remind me so much of the women in my family. My first time joining you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for sharing your gifts and knowledge.
Yeah, I noticed that we gained quite a few new subscribers. I don't know how I deserve. And Cheryl said, "Oh, because we posted the video from the previous."
Yeah, quite a few people went back to that video that was just posted on Monday.
Trump signature, and it was.
And Melania's signature is the same. It's the same straight up and down.
Yeah, and that's drama. She's the follower.
Mm-hmm.
But Trump loves the drama. And then the last letter, I explain it. So if you have time, on the community page, that video is still there. That was posted 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah, it said 3 years. Well, it's just been, and again, we go through the questions, and you write some down and I write some down. That's what I do before I come here, is I write down questions.
Have quite a few.
You have a lot of questions there. So she tries to answer as many questions as she can. Please do put in your questions, because she'll be doing on Friday night her recording, and those are again an answer to questions. And
Lily Rose said that there is probably some new diabetic drug. Huh?
Yeah, that would be nice.
Nice.
Thank you very much for the likes and the shares, and for
your comments
and for your donations. They really, really help, and they help the algorithm go up. Mm-hmm. We have prayers as well. Mother of 3 Gotcha 515 says, I could really use some prayers. My 34-year-old daughter has breast cancer and in lymph nodes stage 3. My husband has lung cancer, both diagnosed 2 weeks apart. Yeah, thanking you in advance. Yeah. And such difficult times.
Lily, who lost her best of her dog's 13-year-old.
It's hard because they're family members.
We don't treat them as animals. They just don't talk to us, but they read our minds. And Beverly Lejeski asked about prayers for Laura, who is right now in operating room. Beverly went to Houston, but she will be back after 1 o'clock. So right now, probably very soon, she will be back to look after, to be with Laura. And all the best. And our prayers.
And for Zelensky, so that
for Zelensky, that he will be safe.
He will be protected and safe as well.
Thank you, Lily Rose. Thank you so much for your donation. And we have to pray for people of Palestine, that they will be, I don't know, they don't have any room, any houses to go back, and no abilities to feed themselves, because there is no enough area to have gardens there.
There was talk about a 5-day ceasefire, and some were saying that they thought it would be a good time for Hamas to regroup, but it also benefits the people who want to leave and get support. It's just it reminds me again of what Trump is saying, using Putin's words about and Mussolini's about them people that you don't like called vermin. They have no value. They are not humans. There's so many of leaders, our world leaders. A lot of them have that way, and I'm really, really hoping that the U.S. they really get behind democracy and supporting democracy, and don't allow Trump to get any further. Like take him off the ballot in the summer at least. So he's not on the ballot.
I just hope that he's not going to sneak through the...
Is his life in danger?
Trump's? No. She never have enough.
Well, there's so many military people who are involved, who are doing their best to support democracy and things like that. And Trump has very low disregard for people in the forces. 1, 2, 3. Or somebody whose their life was affected.
Well, There might be something that will hit him in the neck. So something might eventually hit him. So he might be his life might be in the danger.
So it's an outside force. It's not like a stroke and blockage in the neck or anything like that.
He is struggling with something. We don't know. He has some issues. We don't know because they will never tell us. And it will be a moment of shaky tower that will stroke or maybe stroke more than
Well, if it's something, if it's not an external, it's an internal.
And it's on the left side. So it can be a stroke.
Mm-hmm.
And it will be visible after that. No one will be actually, everything will have to know about this. So it will be open place that he will be, everyone will be aware that something happened to him.
Now, a long time ago, you thought that Trump was not going to live like 3-4 years down the road, the same as like Putin should be. According to yours, he's hanging onto the side of the plane with no side on it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But time is never easy to predict.
No, it's never easy to predict, but they are on their way out. Dictators are on their way out, hopefully, if we all do our part.
But I saw something like, I remember once I told my girlfriend, her boyfriend was in Florida motorbiking. And I said, I see him being hit by a wasp. And he didn't have a helmet, just a bandana. And he got the wasp bit him.
Okay.
Or bee, whatever. And he's telling her, and she said, I knew it. She didn't tell him that she knew from me, but she said, I knew it, that you would be bitten by a bee. So, yeah, it's sometimes hope. I don't wish anyone bad things, but he has to watch his health. He's not eating well. His cholesterol must be.
He was really jealous of the judge who's posing with his muscles, his physique, and his alumni book or whatever.
So he
our
called
website.
This is naked.
Yeah, he put him down as naked. But I think he's very, very jealous that this guy has a better body than his as far as muscular and reduction of fat.
So that's the judge from Washington, D.C. That is, no.
Georgia?
No.
Yeah.
This is from...
the one who's in his fraud case.
So he from New York.
Yeah, Enron or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
from under Letitia Jones. He is under,
Yeah, he's being very patient. I wonder who's going to be testifying next, because
But Trump is trying
Jr. was
trying to dismiss that because he's so poorly treated. And I said, oh, poor guy. Oh my gosh, he is so badly treated. He has to cry. Okay. Good night.
Good night. It's only noon here.
Yeah, but I was coughing all night.
Yeah, you said you were.
Now I'm not coughing as much, so at least I'm good.
And thank you for joining us, and thank you for helping her raise her numbers for her subscriptions. That's really, really appreciated.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
She will be on Saturday morning.
If I'm alive.
You're going to be alive.
I will be fine. Okay. See you next time. Bye-bye. I can only